Hi, my name's Todd, and this is my dooryard. I'd like to apologize first of all for not having posted in a while. The weather's been absolute crap. I've injured myself and I've undergone surgery. I got some wisdom tooth work done. I've been kind of under the weather for a couple days. Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and try and get one of these front shock absorbers in today. And we'll see how that goes. I failed to add that it is currently 54 degrees foolish. That's like 12.22 something degrees civilized. Now, this is some kind of fucked up shit here. I got 3 bolts on the underside of that cop. Can you see? I got 2 of them off. There. That third one is right up against this spring perch. This bump. So there's not enough room in between this brake line here and the cop to get a ratchet in. So I'm doing it all with end wrenches. There's my 2 nuts. It's 9/16. And I've been using a 5/8 as a cheater bar. Try and get them busted loose. I'm damned if I can, because I got to reach through from this side. The other 2 I got from the front side, and I could pull, and I had enough pull to make it happen. This one, I'm vexed. I can't get enough push to break that third nut free. That leaf is important to leave in there. Let's get that out of there. So, of course, as soon as I touch it, it's... All right. I'm going to keep rolling away at it. If I can't figure it out, I'm going to post this up. Maybe one of you guys got an idea about how to get that out of there. All right, it's been a minute since I did my last work on this. It's been a couple of days. And essentially, what I got going on is, you can see this. Let me get a small pointer. Yeah, this will be perfect. All right. You can see this spring perch right here in the upper control arm. And it's actually stamped in. It's not raised up like this. So if you can envision that, on the underside, there's like a ring that's lower than where these nuts and bolts go. There's 3 of them. This one and this one, if I stick the end wrench out this way, the offset angle on the end wrench is enough that it clears that little bump. And I could pull and apply quite a bit of leverage and loosen this nut and this nut. This one and this one. On this one, I can't, because it's too close to the little bump on the bottom. So if I run the wrench over this way, I have to push, and I just don't have enough ass. I can't push hard enough to make that happen. So I'm like, well, how am I going to do that? What am I? So option 1. Put that on underneath there like this. Gave it a big reef and promptly started to just round the nut over, because the wrench, instead of turning, actually kind of rolled. And yeah, no bueno. So I'm at full hem-haw. What the hell am I going to do? Talked to a buddy of mine who suggested these. They're a Snap-on. I think they're a Snap-on product. But they got a helix inside of them. So as you tighten down it, or once you start applying torque to loosen, it sucks the nut into the socket. It'll destroy the nut. but it will absolutely peel them off. I don't want to do that if I can avoid it. Okay, over here on this picture, gives a little bit more. Okay, the brake lines come out and go to a steel line bracket that's bolted on like right in here, and then the rubber line comes out going forward, loops around, and comes around this way to the caliper, which is not on the other direction. This is driver's side. So it would come from back here, coming this way, and then loops around to the caliper. The other unfortunate thing is this is sagging down. So the angle here to get square on is really close to that. I'm jacking up right underneath the ball joint here to try and apply pressure to it, try and square that up some in order to try and make myself a little bit of room. Yeah, I guess push comes to shove, I will have to cut that nut in order to try and remove that, in order to get this bracket out so that I can finish the uninstall on that. Yeah. I guess my next option is I'm going to try and support the vehicle completely by this. Take it right off the jack stand on that side and try and reach up through here in between this control arm and the sway bar mount with a long extension and with one of them wobble extensions and get down here with my wrench. I got loaned this fantastic breaker bar ratchet, and maybe I can get up on there with that. If that's no good, then the next option is we're going to try and apply some propane heat to that, try and drive the socket on, long extension down here with the wrench, try and turn it that way. If I'm still no good, then this is the last option. And here is why Hank is seeing no love today. It has gotten we got several inches of slushy, wet shit. And I'm not a fan of rolling around under here with everything dripping on me. You can see that angle, the way that's pointing down that way. It's pushing me into the frame rail. I'm having a difficult time getting on it with a hammer to drive my socket on. So, I guess we're waiting for a little bit better weather. And we'll try again. At least the weather's kind of warm today. Hopefully all this crap will melt off and we'll be back at it again soon. Once again, I'm sorry I haven't posted in quite a while. You know, things have been kind of slow. The end of April, I got a week off. I'm hoping I can get the engine out, repaired, fix that drastic oil purge out of the transmission and engine back in during that week. We should be getting closer then. Well, I got to do the brake booster at the same time, and I got to do that steering column at the same time. And there's so much stuff, so much little stuff after that I got to get rounded up and finish off. But I'm still hopeful that I can get this thing on the road and running for a regular drive as soon as the summer cab comes, and we'll be out ramming this thing around on the roads. All right. I appreciate you guys. Click like, subscribe, comment, all that happy hoo-ha, and we'll catch you next time. This has been Empty Pockets Production.